Make I update to last in the hot. But ADS, knock them the update. Over the weekend, there was a town hall meeting for the presidential candidates. How it take go down? Una go find out very soon. This is our discussion today. My name is ADS. Now, check out this little we say what happened inside that meeting. Oh yeah, watch.
Very quickly.
Don't call everybody. This man is NPP now. He called it to be people. You see what is happening here? I won't take this. He called it to be people. This colonel is NPP person now. You call it to be people. Stop that, please. Dino. You did. Dino, stop that. I'm taking a lot from you here. What is what? Why are you always calling me?
Very quickly. I just want to make you all realize.
That's now Peter Obi and Dino Melaye. Shebi una don ready for this discussion now. Oh yeah, make Corona must the hot no time. The presidential town hall meeting was organized by Arise Television and the Center for Democracy and Development (CDD) in partnership with Vanguard newspaper, Premium Times, Nigerian Guard of Editors (NGE), and Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ). As usual, the candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his running mate Kashim Shettima were absent, nowhere to be found. According to the spokesperson of the APC Presidential Council, where in name na Festus Keyamo, this is not the reason why the party no they represented for this town hall meeting. Keyamo say, firstly, many radio and TV networks in Nigeria have indicated interest to host such debates, and out of deference to other TV and radio stations, our candidates will not be making selective appearances in some networks, whilst ignoring others. As President of Nigeria, by the special grace of God, he intends to treat all persons and businesses fairly and equally. Secondly, the busy and hectic campaign schedules of Asiwaju Tinubu will not permit him to honor all such invitations by different radio and TV networks. Hence, our decision for him not to start with one TV station and later ignore the others. We thank Arise TV for the invitation. We want to assure Nigerians that we shall continue to hold these debate groups and Nigerians in high esteem. Nigerians will hear from our candidates loud and clear through other forums. He get as this statement be. The summary na say the presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, don already decide to boycott any such meetings or debates and can only speak through special events put together by himself and the party. Him no one debate with anybody. Now in policy be that. Presidential candidates present at the town hall meeting are Rabiu Kwankwaso of the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), Kola Abiola of the People's Redemption Party (PRP), Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party (LP), and the running mate to Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Ifani Okowa. Now, make we discuss what happened for the meeting. One issue where they loud and clear in that meeting, now the issue of security. Of course, all other agenda of the government, they linked to security. Economic boom or development no go day when a state is not safe, they possible. It begins with security and ends with security. The question thrown to all the candidates, now say, make I tell you. The question I say, if you are opportune to meet with any of the terrorist heads in this country, and he opens up to you that the politicians and the terrorists are one and the same, in the sense that the politicians use the country's security outfits to loot the treasury of the state and protect themselves because they have the power. And then terrorists on the other hand, carry out their activities because they have allotted powers to themselves. As a presidential candidate, what will be your response to that terrorist head? Terrorist is saying politicians and terrorists, they are all doing the same thing. You understand? Terrorists give themselves power. Politicians carry power where people give them, they suppress them, they thief money. Say all of them, they're the same place. So if you are the presidential candidate, what will be the response you will give to this particular terrorist head? Now the response is be this. Starting from the candidate of PRP, Kola Abiola. Make una watch.
The way I interpret what you said, sir, is that the common person in Nigeria, the average person in Nigeria, has not seen or felt the present, majority of them haven't felt the present or seen government. They have no faith in that government, and that is why the security has collapsed, because they believe that the governance and the government are just about the same when it comes to being reckless. Now, the point here I'm making, sir, is that if you have a scenario where in the old days, your information starts from your rural to your local chief, the chief to your to your DPO, and so on and so forth. Now they don't have faith walking up to their chiefs to say, look, there's a stranger in town. They don't believe, they have no faith in the security of this country because they equally don't have faith in the leadership of this country. And for as long as you have that depth of trust, we will never solve that security issue.
That will not answer the question, no. He was talking about the people not having confidence in the government or the security agencies to report cases relating to insecurity. Oh, man, no be the question be that. He no answer the question. Next, now the NNPP candidate, Rabio Kwankwaso. Watch.
I have been in the system for a very long time. I was in the civil service in Kano for 17 years, and for the last 30 years, I have been in the system either in the state or at federal. But I have done what was necessary really to convince them and convince anybody who cares to know what we have done. And it is because of those reasons that some of us are angry to the extent of leaving the PDP and even the APC because we feel there are better ways of doing things in this country. We believe the system has failed. And that's why we have decided to go to New Nigeria People's Party, the unscratched party in this country.
Kwankwaso agree say, him now part of the system for a very long time. But him say, him no follow cause the decay where they the system. And say, now why him come out from both PDP and APC, enter NNPP. Operation Save Your Head. Next is Mr. Peter Obi. Make una watch.
If they stop me and ask me, like you said, what will I tell them? I'll tell them, well, as a governor, I served a state for 8 years. And you can go to that state and see not one day did I ever borrow from any financial institution in Nigeria. And that I was not in any position or have never been invited by anybody to question about their missing money. The day I left office, I wasn't owing any contractor that have delivered this project. I wasn't owing any supplier that have delivered. I was not owing pension, gratuity, salary, or anybody. And I can say that in 3 banks in Nigeria, Access Bank, Fidelity Bank, and Diamond Bank, I left in each $50 million, over 10 billion naira for the state. So if they meet me, I'll be able to account for myself and say, I've never borrowed, I've served faithfully, and I left their money. So I'm like them. I'm as angry as they are. That we must be able to chase out those who, where they've passed, nobody can account of what they were given. That is what we want to do. Thank you.
Okay. Obi said he will tell the terrorist head to check out his antecedents. Antecedents na say what him don't do. May they check out what him don't do inside Anambra State. How he never joked with public funds. never owed anybody, and also secured the state. He also made mention of saving money for the state. Will be my guy. Next is Ifeanyi Okowa, representing Atiku Abubakar of the PDP.
If I were to have the opportunity of sitting down with them, is to let them know that there is hope for Nigeria going into the future. In my state, Delta State used to be very troubled, especially in the oil-producing areas. It was always a place of constant agitation. But we took development to them. We recreated the economy. We grew. We have continued to grow entrepreneurs. If you go into the riverine areas of Delta State today, you see a lot of development. They now have livable towns, and the people are convinced, and they can see hope, and they are partnering with government. And it's important to ensure that we drive governance in this state. I don't want to believe that in the midst of scarcity and infrastructure deficit, that what we need to do is to continue to leave money in governance. I don't think that's the pathway to go, because it's only man when people don't have roads to ply on, when the educational system is still in shambles, when the health sector is in trouble, and you say you have excessive money in this country at this time to continue to save it when the money is depreciating by the day. That's not the right path to go. The right path is to ensure that you use the money for the development of the people, to create entrepreneurs, to create jobs for the people, to create the enabling environment for industries to grow. This is the right thing to do. So we must be cautious, the kind of language you pass on to Nigerians. When you're talking about developed clients, it's different, because they've gone through all this, so they are going through, they have monies that they can save. But at the moment, in a depreciating situation, you can't continue to save when that money is needed to grow the economy and to make the people have livable conditions. So it's important that we are careful about the narratives that we pass on to Nigerians.
Ifeanyi Okowa said he will tell the terrorist head that there is hope for the future. He said to counter terrorism and other social vices, then there must be job creation and empowerment. Ifeanyi Okowa can't use P2B, shine small. Him say, e no good for governor to save money when him suppose use that same money better the life of him people. Hey, my people. Now so it take happen for that place. Oh. I hope the APC will duly and fully be represented during the presidential debates coming up on the 15th of this month. Oh. Nobody is bigger than the Nigerian people. Nobody. If you want to lead us, come. Make we interview you. Now we go interview you. Una dey hear me so? Come next election, we will vote wisely and we will vote right. I will see you again. Okay. Oh yeah, wait. You don't collect updates, you won't run away, Abi. Biko, subscribe. Enjoy. Biko, da Allah, subscribe.